There are some scenes that, if they had been shown in Season 4 of The Lion Guard, they would have changed everything. Scenes filled with sibling conflicts, betrayal, uncontrollable powers, and secrets that were never revealed. Season 4 never came to light, but today I'm going to tell you about 8 deleted scenes that would have opened a whole new chapter in Kion's life. This is part 1. So let's start with the first 3 scenes. Scene 1. The confrontation. Everyone feared. The scene starts at Pride Rock. The weather is calm, but the tension is clear. The lions are looking up, and Simba is standing at the edge of the rock, his eyes on the horizon. Suddenly, Kion appears. He's back after months of being away, after deciding to leave the throne and live with Rani at the Tree of Life. His steps are heavy, like he's walking into a battle, not just coming home. Simba walks down from the rock, and the moment everyone's been waiting for begins. Simba, sharply, "Where have you been?" Kion, "I was living, away from the throne, away from the pressure, away from you." Simba, "And what about us? Your family? The Pride Lands? You left without even saying goodbye." Silence takes over the moment. Kiara stands in the distance, looking at her brother with eyes full of pain and betrayal. Kion, "I had to make a choice, and I chose what my heart told me." Simba, "But a king never chooses himself. A king chooses his people." The scene ends with Kion staying silent, and Simba telling him, "The Pride Lands aren't like they used to be, and not every return is a welcome one." Scene 2. The roar that lost control. At the Tree of Life, Kion is standing in front of a young cub from the new generation, trying to teach him the basics of the roar. The cub is talented. His name is Mawasi, and from his very first try, his voice shakes the ground. Kion, focus. The roar isn't just power. The roar is responsibility. But suddenly the cub loses control, and the roar explodes with terrifying strength. The sky splits open, the rocks tremble. A dark fog appears in the air, and a face shows up in the middle of it. Scar, not real, but an image of him. A terrifying stare and an evil grin. Kion freezes, then looks at the cub and says, "Kion, enough. We have to stop the training now." But Scar had already left a mark, and Kion begins to doubt. Is the roar still pure, or has evil become part of it? Scene 3. Rani declares the first war. The border between the Pride Lands and the Tree of Life had always been peaceful. But in this scene, things start to change. A group of migrating animals are fleeing the Pride Lands and asking for protection from the Tree of Life. Rani welcomes them, but then she discovers there's danger coming from Kiara's borders, and the hyenas are starting to show up again. Rani, worried. If the hyenas are moving again, then war is close. She gathers her royal guards and makes a decision. "We're securing our borders, even if we have to move into lion territory." Kion objects. Kion, "We need to talk to Kiara, not attack." Rani, "If we wait, the hyenas will already be inside our tree." The scene ends with the Tree of Life's forces marching toward the Pride Lands borders, and Kion standing alone, feeling like he can't stop anything anymore. Scene 4. Kiara becomes queen, and bonds Kion from entering the atmosphere in the Pride Lands is different. The lions are gathered around Pride Rock, and Simba officially announces his retirement from ruling. Kiara is crowned as the new queen. But in the middle of the celebration, Kion appears at the kingdom's border. He and Rani had come with a message of peace, but Kiara surprises everyone with a harsh decision. Kiara, firmly, "In the name of the Pride Lands, Kion is not allowed to enter the kingdom without permission." Everyone goes silent. Even Simba says nothing. Kion is shocked, and Rani looks at him with eyes full of sadness and anger at the same time. Kion, "I'm your brother, Kiara, and I'm the queen, responsible for peace here. I won't allow any threat." Kion steps back. In that moment, He understands that coming back isn't always welcomed, even from the closest people. Scene 5. Zira appears from the Shadow Realm. One night, Kion is sleeping deep in the forest, but suddenly a strange dream begins. The air is dark, the ground feels unstable, and there's smoke surrounding the roar. Through the fog, Zira appears with her signature style and evil laugh. Zira, we all leave something behind, Kion. Even in death, we stay inside the roar. Kion, confused. You're dead. This dream isn't real. Zira, the roar carries everyone before you, and that includes me. And between you and the truth, there's just a thin line, and I'm here to cut it. The whole scene is terrifying. Kion wakes up sweating, and the roar bursts out of him without meaning to. He feels that evil is getting closer, and that the roar's power is becoming more and more uncontrollable. Scene 6. The death of a guard member and the breakdown within. This is one of the most heartbreaking scenes in the deleted season. During a battle on the edges of the Tree of Life, after some hyenas try to invade the land, Bunga, Kion's closest friend, tries to protect the young cub, Mawasi, but he falls into a trap set by the hyenas and is seriously injured. Kion screams, "Kion! Bunga! Wait! I'm coming!" But it's too late. Bunga gives him his usual smile and says in a calm voice, "Bunga, don't forget, I'll always be in your laugh, buddy." Then he closes his eyes. Kion breaks down. The roar bursts out of him with wild power. It causes a huge shake in the area. All the animals run, and Rani tries to calm him down. But in that moment, Kion feels like he's lost everything. It's my fault. I brought them here, and I lost him. Scene 7. Kion finds out he's a father, and his son has the roar. After everything that happened, Kion decided to take a break from everyone. He went with Rani to a quiet place deep within the Tree of Life. And there, Rani surprised him with something he didn't expect. Rani, calmly, "Kion, there's something you need to know." Kion, worried, "Did something happen?" Rani, "You're a father now." Kion froze in place. Mawasi, the cub he'd been training, is actually his son? Rani confirmed that the roar appeared in him suddenly, without training, and that the cub inherited this power in a strange way, maybe even more dangerous than Kion himself. Kion, so the roar continues, even after me? Rani, yes, but that means your son is in danger. For the first time, Kion feels fear, not for himself, but for someone else, someone small, innocent, and carrying a roar that could either destroy or save the world. The scene ends with Kion standing alone in the darkness, saying to himself, "If I walked a hard path, then he deserves an easier one." Scene 8. The final battle. Tree of Life versus Pride. Lands. The roar is unstable. Kiara feels truly threatened, and Rani is trying to protect her borders. The situation explodes when a group of lions crosses the border from both sides, and the battle begins. In the middle of the dust and roars, Kion stands between the two, his sister Kiara and his life partner Rani. Kiara, "Choose, you're standing in the middle." Rani, "If you're not with us, then you're against us." But Kion raises his voice and it shakes the whole earth. "I'm not choosing sides. I'm standing so the roar doesn't become a weapon." Then suddenly, Kion does something unexpected. He kneels to the ground, lifts his head, and unleashes the strongest roar of his life. The roar doesn't destroy. The roar restores everything to how it used to be. The ground calms, the animals settle down, the anger disappears, and everyone falls to their knees from the power of the moment. Simba steps forward, looks at his son, and says, "You're not just the heir to the roar. You're the one who taught us what it really means to use it right." The scene ends with Kion telling his son, "Power isn't in how loud you roar. Real power is knowing when not to." And that was 8 deleted scenes from Season 4. Scenes that could have changed the whole story and given us a completely different ending to the world of the Lion Guard. If you were a Disney director, Which one of these scenes would you turn into reality? And what kind of ending would you love to see? Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tell us in the comments what you'd like next episode to be about. Do you want us to reveal secrets about Kiara? Or dive into theories about Scar's life before he turned evil? Write your idea, and we'll turn it into a terrifying story.